For the Mongols, Senzu currently top in the charts, but he's someone who you see drop off pretty drastically when we hit these playoff games.
Yeah, we all remember Shanghai, right? That went quick for Mongols, a 9-3 lead on Ancient to MOUZ that they bungled, with Senzu having a bottom-rated performance. We're into this pistol here. It's a BO3 with Mongols map pick, the same every single time when they play Aurora.
Are they aware that Blitz is here? Yeah, Magic did get that spot off, and so Blitz dead in the top of middle. Senzu is to concede this control. Mid now taken, Aurora in a very powerful position here, and the Mongols feel like they're flying blind.
Oh, so blind, they've left that B-bomb site. Even the short player's pulling back, and they're going to hear him leaving. They don't try and strike. They let him disappear from the site, so it's free for Aurora. This is a bomb plant that Mongols can do nothing about. I love that Aurora don't even take that engagement.
Yeah.
They don't give the info away. By the time Mongols find out, it's already too late.
WOXIK trying to finish the killing blow here. And Techno, hello, has made it up on a short. Is he going for this 1v3? Aurora didn't start hunting. Right now he's only got 2 players in the site ahead of him. Techno is believing. 2 kills to his name. Struggles to find Xantares though. And so they won't let him play into that 1v3. I like the tone that Aurora set in that pistol. Kind of playoff bracket shaped up, you are looking most likely towards, like, you know, a Na'Vi Spirit grand final, but I think one of the teams that could certainly upset that is the Mongols.
Aurora 5v4, they get Madja and Ladder this time. This is Herd, WOXIK. Is he going to get caught? He lets him move past. Mizzino playing late, looking to backstab this round. It affords this A stack for the Mongols. They know where the bomb is going.
And this is the first time the Mongols have had perfect info on one of these stacks. The push from Mizzino is nice, but Aurora set their sights on battling through the A stack. They've opened up with 2 of the 3 kills needed. Senzu doesn't last long either, and now it's just this flank from Mizzino. Was it just the gift of info, or can he offer something up from this wraparound? There's 2, but he's wounded, low on health. Xantares and Madja ready to swing this together. On borrowed time is Mizzino. Xantares closes in a big 3K.
That round can be forgotten about. It's all about this buy that Mongols have been waiting for. AWP comes in for 9-10. WOXIK will meet him there. Oh dear, almost not punished. At least there's a trade for Aurora.
Not as paranoid as the Mongols are hoping for. Only 1 man actually in this B site. Techno's really got his work cut out for him. Aurora are coming his way, but it's a... Oh, he just leaves that off angle. And now he's been spotted. They barrel out through the window. Xantares makes it into the site. He's not the one you want to face. And he takes a lot of room away. Xantares still going. And once more, Blitz left in one of these awkward rounds, wrapping through the apartments. He's smoked off 1v3. He can't justify going for this. This is a lot of early momentum for Aurora.
Yeah, it's not too late to turn around, right? We know Mongols have that staying power, great at comebacks. They showed it against Na'Vi to get out of the groups, to make this 3-0 run clean as can be.
Oh, this is interesting. 9-10 slipped through the smoke, and they walked right past him.
Hello.
Free kill collected on WOXIK. They need that trade, and right now the trades have been good for Aurora. Xantares taking it 1 step further. And he has not fallen down in any of these fights thus far. Xantares starting like this is giving Aurora a lot of faith.
It's a sign to behold. Finally shut down though, picked up AK, put to use by Mizzino. That sends them B. They were going there anyway. Will Mongols realize in this silence that the bomb's gone back? Xantares on a lurk, a rare move for Aurora to make. They are a pack team, and these 2 remaining players waltz into an empty site. Oh, there's the move.
Gonna get themselves the plant, but already that net is tightening. Techno first contact taken. It's gotta be Wakadia left in this clutch. Now everyone is wounded. This is far from impossible, but Wakadia's got to pick the right timings, the right fights. This wrap through the apartments, just been spotted. Senzu picked up for free. The ball is rolling. Wakadia's going, and he's going to nail every single one. Two players that got them here showing up in great form to open up the quarterfinal.
Zeno needs help.
Wakadia on the entries, has support the whole way. Just unbridled confidence right now for the Aurora squad. They go out A on a contact play. Handful of flashes as they're arriving out through the ramp. It's just Senzu, but he is in a strong position. There's the double up. He's been waiting for Senzu to find his form. Can he best Woxic? Info's there for Woxic on the reposition. Another one of these clutches to decide if the Mongols can finally break through, and they can't. Hero AWP on Blitz. I mean, you won't be expecting it, and so that first kill will come for free.
I mean, that's a sign of someone who's had enough, right? You're not even the second AWPer. You know, maybe you're the third AWPer on your team. You're buying a glass AWP in round 7. Your team don't even have armor on the most part. A crazy play for Blitz. But something's got to give. Oh, what a bait. What a bait. Wakadia running away and then walking back into the angle. He makes it look like it's B, but the bomb's coming back. There's no one here. It's only 9-10. This should be a 7-0 lead for Aurora. There is no way Blitz's AWP on that B side can stop it. He's got to save it for later. Techno trying to save the round. Traded immediately. And Xantares, he read it for a moment. Will that bait Blitz in? Will he lose the AWP?
Blitz's gambit of buying the AWP, will it pay off? 1v2, another clutch attempt for the Mongols. They keep getting enticed to go for these. Saving feels like an option, but if you look on this line, Woxic's already holding it. As Blitz backs up, he's going to go in to this AWP, and he finds Woxic. This was the big gamble. Blitz, hero AWP, can it get it done? Just Wakadia left to beat, but this has been the guy. This has been the one putting these clutches on the board for Aurora, and that was the one chance he's got to give you. There isn't time for Blitz.
Oh, Wakadia.
And he just keeps racking them up. Another clutch for Wakadia, and that AWP gone.
Even that delay on the final peak is perfection. Wakadia is coming in with something to give us.
And now we've seen a far more humble look from Aurora before this match. Maybe those expectations not weighing so heavily, and they're playing a great game. Woxic, an opening kill. It feels like all of these rounds are 5v4s, and in the blink of an eye, this one is over. It's just Senzu under the palace. Hold on, he goes unchecked. Another multi-kill from Senzu. Can't quite nail a fourth, but time is of the essence. 9-10 AWP might be the thing to do it. Woxic has to plant the bomb. 9-10 calls his bluff. And so he's got it to play around. It's the swing, the weapon swap. 9-10 deals Woxic a taste of his own medicine. Finally, one of these clutches coming through from the Mongols. It's that big 3K from Senzu, unchecked under the palace. It is a hulking individual effort to find them that round, but it's from the man you want performing. It's from the man you need performing if you are the Mongols. I mean, hey, we're in Astana. That was even the story with that Gambit squad of old.
Yeah, they lost.
When they won their major trophy.
Like the desk was saying off the top of the day, like they lost every scrim coming into the major. They were going to disband. And we've been saying all tournament long, Aurora have looked like a shell of themselves. Or can they crack their way in? 9-10 doesn't seem to think so. A hold going well now for the Mongols in a 4v2. But with two players, you don't want to count out just yet. Locks in.
Mazinho's very aggressive here now. Xantares might just not be ready for it. But if he gets caught, he's the only guy defending this A site, so a must-win fight for Mazinho. And at that point, you know, you've lost Xantares. That was the man that gives you the most faith in that 2v4. Mizinho's even following through on the aggression. And they spot WOXIK saving.
I like the move at least. It's showing Mongols have a little bit more belief, right? They've still been fairly aggressive in the CT side. Some of the opening moves, the drops down under, some of these gamble stacks. And so the Mongols aren't completely losing their signature style.
And he was even trying to do that when the rest of them were a bit shaky, when they were having these slow starts. This game all started though with Xantares openers through lower. And that's how they're looking to close out this first half, but the AWPs fire off for the Mongols, a buy that's only afforded with this streak of rounds they've embarked on. Blitz tries to extend that lead further and will get punished. Brings it back into a 3-on-3. Aurora know the value of this one extra round, feeling like you at least shut out the Mongols once they warmed back up into this game. Let's see if they can do it. Mizinho always keeping you looking over your shoulder. You never know where this guy's going to appear from. Nade on the smoke will find a kill, but he can't double up. That's the bomb loose. Xantares tasked with retrieving it.
Is he going to walk it?
910 looks like he wants to come through this and brings the fight to Xantares. No support from Jota, not able to do so. And now it's him left up in the clutch.
Oh!
Finds the spam on a 910. And so now Techno plays his hand. Jota, can he piece together where the last man's coming from? Over the stairs, Jota holds on. And it was this guy's addition, this guy being bought into this roster that seemed to give them their big uptick right off the top of the year. An 8-4 half can suddenly become an even game. Blitz on the pathing in through lower, has support with him, and that is a crazy opener from 910. Xantares with an important equalizer, and WOXIK brings it back around. Aurora in pole position. Xantares mobile. Not phoning it in. Wakadia with the closing shot. And Aurora dominate that pistol round. That's in spite of that.
So can Mongols keep their cool here on their map pick, or will it just go down in a blaze of glory? Running out middle, getting decimated. Wakadia pushing up. And a 4v3, you feel like this round's already lost. Blitz is on 20 points of health.
They are at least going to the right site, right? Support for Major is a long way away. And even though it looks like WOXIK is starting to lean over towards this B site, for now, they have themselves a 2v1. Senzu, breakaway kill will allow this plant. I've seen Techno clutch in this exact position, and he's got Senzu, the hard hitter, for the Mongols, left up in this one alongside him. Can they rely on the young veteran of Techno and the star of Senzu to make this one happen? A lot of early nade damage, but as the smoke's clear, Senzu gets on the board.
Stuck.
He needs more mileage though, and he's getting pincered. WOXIK double kill, they swing him together. The synergy there for Aurora helps them stick the landing. He never got given the 1v1 needed to win that. This is a very, very convincing scoreline for Aurora. Wakadia donning an AWP.
Oh
That's a collateral. I mean, everything feels like it's going right. Nades connect, Techno's round over before it even begins, and this last-ditch attempt at the force buy up gets torn apart. It's not even close. Aurora looking to move onto map point with a flawless round. And this Mongols force buy goes nowhere quickly.
Doesn't that speak to the stakes, to the confidence? Double AWP this early in the game just because you can. Not as a counter, not for positional reasons, just because you want to lay down the pain. And Aurora a stone's throw away from map point on Mongol's pick, and they're going to make it happen. The AWPs find everything in this round.
And this would be a ludicrously dominant killing blow. One hell of a way to uplift yourself heading into this second map. Once more, it's another one of these B hits out of the Mongols. Major here does have support coming in, but he can't hold the line. That's a difference maker. They get past that first man. This time, Not trapped, not boxed into the apartments. There is room to breathe here for the Mongols. Aurora gonna get blocked. The momentum taken out of this, but Wakadia threaded the needle on a thin angle. At least the trade is found. An important one for Senzu, and a round in which Aurora might be respectful.
And allowing Mongols something in this T side. But I don't have to tell you, it already feels too late.
When Aurora were real hot coming into the year, one of the things Major liked to do a lot was sort of these mind game calls, hitting the same site over and over and over again. Yeah. The fact that after getting B played this many times, Major has had them stick to their guns, maintain the A stack. The Mongols breaking through on this A play. Wakadia shuts it all down, and it's only Blitz. He realizes now he's set his team into the belly of the beast. Everyone there. And Blitz has nowhere left to turn. This is Aurora dealing the Mongols a devastating defeat on their home map to open up this quarterfinal. And as Blitz moves in, he knows it's done. Aurora pull up here. There were low expectations, questions around the level they'd showed in those groups, but a quiet, kind of humbled confidence from this Aurora squad.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
Beretta's up close as mid looks to get tested. Wakadia will be getting swung here. Multiple angles, lots to worry about, but he's down a dance. First kill comes in. Oh, and a little bit more. There's help from Major on that push out through the camera. Zinho backstab is in. Senzu here to lend a helping hand, but the bomb lost in middle. And Zantares and Jota time to get set up. Even a smoke down now to block this.
I mean, you can't wait that, can you? Can you really? That would be down in just a few seconds and you wouldn't even have time for that plant. They've got to jump through, and Senzu finds that flying shot. The Mongols come through with a pistol.
Ooh, what can you even say about that? Aurora, that one's really going to hurt.
Yeah.
You get jump shot, a bit of luck, a bit of chance comes into that pistol round.
I don't know how Mongols even win that. They were so locked out in middle. The headshot mid-air into the turn back. I've seen games where Aurora will only have a couple of T rounds in their hands and still come back and close the map.
That was how their year started. Back at Blast, right? Having it in the BO5 final, come back on a 9-3 T half. They only get 3 rounds. They managed to drag it all the way into OT and then win that map.
Yeah, the one map they won in that BO5 against Spirit. Okay, Mongols clashing in con. They find a double kill there. Sticking this one, it seems, but if Aurora are tempted, they might like what they see. 3 low players on the Mongols in this post plant.
Protocol has to be for the Mongols, like, just don't give a kill away. If you never give them the reason to go, like 2v3, you can justify giving it a look in. But as long as no one missteps, on numbers alone, regardless of health.
In a second map with a fairly strong start for the Mongols. Keeping 4 alive is extremely important.
And now he's got Senzu up here with him.
Yeah, and that's after a year of really strong events since his debut in Tier 1 back in Cologne last, 20...
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Wakadia and Zantares have suddenly started this round off in great shape for Aurora, both getting away with a kill. And so what was meant to be a bit of a gimme round for the Mongols, only up against really these saved guns, is now in a precarious spot. There's a three-man stack as well. Aurora, they love to bring a third player over into this B site. So you've got to be ready for it, but WOXIK still yet to take contact. Spotted out and spammed to death by Techno on a tear. 3 kills to his name.
Heard him.
This is the birth of Techno. 5K, he just falls short on the Wakadia fight.
And Aurora holds strong, finding their first round, buying a double AWP on this CT side. That's a statement. That's certainly not expected. Oh, he hit the molly, doesn't matter. Is that on purpose? Jota tagging in the other side. Meanwhile,
that's a lot of info, not just an opener, but you see Xantares in the kill feed. You know that this is the triple B stack. He is that third piece at the B site. Whenever Aurora go for it, Wakadia up close here. Right as the Mongols split through main, left and right side of the smokes, but there's that double AWP. WOXIK gets his line, gets his kill. And Aurora slow down. They're going to play this one 3-on-2 in the retake. Techno is still far away. They know that because he got the kill outside of B. Maybe they're a little worried about him flanking, someone coming later through middle, but for now, they still have this 3-on-1. They try to run at blitz, and they will get past him. It's a bit of a guessing game where Techno could be, but because they held mid for a few seconds, you feel like he would have already played his hand. Nearly clutched up in that last round. Can Techno do it this time? Arm spotted, there's the swing. Maja provides the cover, faith in the captain. And rounds starting to be chained together now from Aurora.
Yeah, those 2 AWP shots on B for Maja and the closer, despite a very ugly smoke. They plant their feet, wait for the Mongols, flash playing con, and blitz full blind. Now you've seen the AWP.
That's the one fight you were going to get given. Now you've got to go up close, combat AWPing. Senzu and Blitz both get away with a kill. Still a third man here. Xantares lies in wait, but the Blitz hero AWP once more making this interesting. 2v2 in the post plant. 9-10 now armed. Now dangerous. Wakadia getting activated on this flank, but getting through the AWP. I mean, now that it's in a post plant, Blitz gets even more dangerous. He'll back off to play around this bomb. And this Hail Mary, the back-to-back AWP hero buys on both maps now. Blitz is hoping second time is the charm. WOXIK, Barrel's going to give him away here. Blitz will have an extra second. He's seen an arm. Full blind off the line, though. And that AWP gets pushed off. It's going to be real close, but Aurora have got it. They answer the call. Blitz stopped in his tracks. And a tie game.
Can Aurora keep up the strong reads on this CT side? Mongols take a turn for their own. They walk out middle. That flash, info flash, finds no bullets. Still the shot will connect. WOXIK sees that cross. Mongols have mid. They're trying to split the A site, but right now it's only 9-10. He's got no support and he's got no chance. WOXIK nails both. And this round peters out at 30 seconds.
You even hear that slink back through the dark control. You know you're not going to get rewarded for hanging around middle. You have 2 options here. You either go into the double stack at B, or you go into the WOXIK AWP, try and battle it head on. Oh, but you ain't getting past WOXIK right now. He is pumped up.
And that's a 4-by round, and that's where it goes, right? Just players so split up, making this move in middle. No one on 8, but any form of pressure on. WOXIK's back is completely covered by Wakadia. He plays this strong line that he couldn't play if Mongols had A main control. It seems like we're getting a lot of individual. This control gets taken. AWP dry peek could be the answer here. It's a risky move, but it's going to pay off. You just have to jump. You just have to go if you're the Mongols. It's again into WOXIK's AWP.
I mean, these are the types of position. WOXIK is a turret pivoting between angles, and now he's got Oh, God! WOXIK, this is where he wants to be. These are the fights he likes. There's no stopping him. Plant comes in, but you never feel safe. You never feel secure. WOXIK's put the right foot forward. Standard for a southpaw. Couple of jabs land and they've put this back in Aurora's favor. But how much more can WOTUK find? Waiting for his teammates to join him. Raring to go. Molly displaces the site player for now. Techno thrust out into the open. You're always looking over your shoulder, but you find Xantares there. You breathe a little easier. WOTUK has to do this alone. And the 6 sequence falls. It's all for naught. Techno gets past him, and the Mongols finally break this 5-round streak.
We've seen this fight get lost as well, even though Xantares is playing a different angle to last time. 9-10 crouch peeked this and got the kill onto Arcadia. So tighter line for Xantares. He gets a bit of warning. He blocks at 20 seconds.
Yeah, time is going to be a big enemy of the Mongols here if they get slowed down anymore. Starting to shore up this play. It's blitz to open Arcadia. 15 seconds. He's split through main. Still manages to get out with one. That's at least going to keep you interested here if you're Aurora, but the Mongols do get that bomb down. WOTUK back in the kill feed, continuing to be this shining light for the Aurora squad. Senzu left up in a 1 versus 3. We'll have this first fight on Jota. But past that point, when they get the info, they know where he is.
Oh, no.
Funneled in! Oh! Senzu! 1 versus 3! And never breaks a sweat!
Will WOTUK feel like he wants to get more involved and try and force the issue here on the CT side? He's been tame, he's been passive, he's been nailing his shots. 9-10 sends it to Con, and that's more like it. 3-10, but a high impact kill to send Mongols into this B split. They're not ready to go, but little do they know, this site is under defended.
Senzu extending that advantage. And Aurora dripping players into this B site piece by piece. Oh, that's a hell of a double for Arcadia. Mizinho tries to match him. But the bomber lost. Xantares has uncovered it in middle. The alarm bells are going off for the Mongols. They might have the B site. That's no use to them without this bomb. 9-10 going back. Can't get past the WOTUK orb.
Can you blame him?
And it's this dastardly duo, WOTUK and Xantares, that look to bring us even at the end of this first half. It's a 1-4 B pop. Aurora have a late lurk, but that won't matter if you all die in main. Jota trying to take space, trying to make this worth it. Pressures Techno down in dark, struggling to get past him. Final few bullets connect. Madge has also got the spot on Blitz, knows he's there, whittles him down low. Push back through, it's a desperate play from the Mongols. And well, WOTUK gets there just in time to lend a helping hand. That is a wild turnaround. And now they've got to do it from the back foot. 9-10, this is strong positioning for him. Walked all the way through dark, has a teammate here with him. It's whether or not they're ready for Mizinho as the second man. And they're actually going back stairs side. There is this crossfire. Senzu and Mizinho, the two heavy hitters for the Mongols, in position to rip this round away. Triple water push. As Maja is throwing in to a 1v4 clutch attempt. He's found the first. Time is the one thing Maja has to play with.
Yeah, it's an in-game leader clutch right now, right? Not just going for the standard fights in Con. A comfortable fight. He wants to get weird with it, go all the way around. Trying to get his stars activated. Oh, they do it again. This is the fearlessness from the Mongols we've been waiting for. So they take the kill, they delay the clock to 40 seconds, and they fall back to the bomb site. What this costs, however, is utility.
Yeah.
They have nothing to stop this play.
It is a very resource-intensive play, and will they feel the burden of that lack of util? They try to pad out the site with numbers, but numbers won't save them. Aurora break through from the deficit. The bomb is coming in very, very late compared to the rest of the squad. There's still time for this to get weird. Still not planted. But there's the cover from Xantares. Mizinho low. Only this USP. Where's the gun gone? He goes back to grab it, but Woxic and Xantares take space in that downtime. That fraction of a second he's off the line. They're double set up to watch heaven. And so Mizinho can't do this. Saving is his best option. The Mongols do have this stack here. And so can Aurora brave the three-man B hold? Xantares faces first, gets the spot on the player in at default. That's knowledge of what? Senzu gets deleted. And that bomb starts to make its way in. Smoke spam, but it goes back the other way. Wakadia. Oof. Chance proven to be a fine thing. And now no one else for Aurora faces. They were very confident as that bomb was getting planted. Now they leave the pressure on the shoulders of the Mongols. Woxic holds the line. His rifling holds up. And Aurora move into double digits. The money of the Mongols broken.
Woxic has 6 multi-kill rounds in the map.
And you factor in Xantares started off on a real heater. Hasn't even felt like much of a requirement here on Anubis, but he's showing in this round he can still do it. Mid-openers all day long from Xantares. And he's on for the ace. They know where Mizinho is. Go on, Xantares. He tries to attempt it. One shy of all 5.
You have been terminated. It comes down, it buys a few seconds here for the Mongols, but Aurora might even just go through. If they hear that gun go dry as well, the temptation is too much. Out they go with the flash, the first entry, and the barriers start to come down.
That molly, that forces a swing. 9-10 had to commit, they didn't give him any other options.
Oh!
Captain on Captain violence though as Blitz brings the heat. And it peters out for Aurora. There's 10 seconds left. They know they're going into a stack. They can't win it now. They can't win it here. They back up and save. The Mongols on the wings of Blitz get to fight one more round. Faith that eventually they'll break through this A-hold. And Mizinho dead instantly. 9-10, same exact position, but this time no results. No blitz here to bail them out. The Mongols lag behind on these rotates, on the firepower, on the manpower. And Woxic and Wakadia drive the nail into the coffin of the Mongols. Losing here leaves them with nothing in this follow-up round. And Xantares gives chase to add insult to injury, a punishing win. Maja hoping that these constant A plays are enough to get the Mongols doubting, and it hasn't changed the setup at all. Ooh. Xantares molly out into the open, will get found. For Aurora, this is your wildest dream right in front of you. And Woxic's AWP is helping them so much to try and make it a reality. Full harass at B. They know the pressure is on the Mongols right now, but the tide starts to change. Mongols bite back, and Aurora 40 seconds. If they are going to change their mind, they've got to go now.
They can do it. They just need to run. Maja was walking for a moment. He needs to up the pace, up the ante on this split. They have no smoke to stop this. 9-10 can nail the shot, but it's a huge whiff. The bomb makes it in. There's no one to stop that plant. And with Wakadia locking down mid, this might be the beginning of the end.
Another miss from 9-10. Wakadia will get picked up eventually. And so now Maja, the captain of Aurora, the one that they rally behind, has got to try and walk it over the line, and he can't. Third time's the charm for 9-10. The Mongols had nothing going into that round, no reason to win it. And so that will buy them some much-needed time to pad out the A site. If Mizinho fell there, this could already be over. 9-10 able to get here on that AWP, but it's more swings and misses from the Mongolian AWP. Backstab,
what?
Blitz followed through on that mid-aggression. And for the first time in a long time, because Aurora were a bit more pacey, there were gaps.
No.
WotZik and Madja, as that aggression keeps coming through, they'll punish. They still don't know where Blitz has gotten to. Jota spots one, but where is Blitz? Right now, it's a mission of finding this elusive player in the back line. He's left them looking over their shoulder, but piece by piece, they've isolated these angles. Still, they can't get past him. Is it coming undone for Aurora? WotZik top of the board. But 20 seconds, time is of the essence, and they have all the info. Perfect information to play off of. The only thing WotZik has is speed.
What a
and he's been forced to slow down. He catches that kill, but Senzu up close.
Oh no!
The spray misses.
No!
Plant just found. And Senzu stops WotZik in his tracks.
What a roller coaster.
He sets his sights on this mid control. There is a big gap there. Thankfully, Mizinho not punished for it. Gap in the comms, lapse in the comms, and that's given room to Aurora. Mizinho proves to be very important with 2 kills down the stretch, but suddenly it's not Xantares, the veteran on that AK. It's the young blood Wakadia that's given Aurora their chance to close this out on the partial. Wakadia falls, 9-10 pressured. Low health WotZik, but given an AWP, his weapon of choice, having a great game. The nade falls shy, but Techno won't. One round match as another clutch comes up in favor of the Mongols.
They can't keep getting away with it. Puffing up his chest, we're more than just me here. Meanwhile, Aurora pulling the wool over the Mongols' eyes into this A site.
He's had some really rough rounds as 9-10. Just the one here, but it does stop Xantares. Makes life easier for Mizinho, who mops up that mid lurk. Aurora starting to feel like it's now or never. They get out, but the Mongols are all here trying to swap. Wakadia with the reply. Missed shot from the Senzu warp. And the Mongols have to slow this down. It's another post plant. Once more,
the flag.
Multi-kill on Wakadia, but it might all be for naught. He needs the ace clutch if he wants to win this. Heart is now racing. Wakadia has the game in the palm of his hands. Senzu holds the line. It's another retake. And the Mongols embody. There's fighting words from back at the major. A man could be destroyed, but not defeated. They refuse to go down.
Aurora haven't even been doing B splits. They've got this A site. It's so free every time. They keep planting. They just can't close. Trying something different now. Techno caught on a wide swing. It's a double up for Jota. Don't count anything out though. Blitz trying to send it around the corner, gets caught on the wall. And finally, it feels like Aurora may have found that magical round, but they've done it too late.
At elusive 13th on the board for Aurora. And a chance to make this a punishing round all the same.
Nine 10 pulls back. A second too late and he would have been dead. The double orb. The centerpiece of this CT side, and he hits the headshot. Is that a flick? Who pre-aims that?
They could made this smoke open, and that would leave 2 players out in the middle of the bomb site right now with how they're holding this dark control. Because they telegraph it, they'll back up.
God.
Still Blitz caught with util pulled. This shot for Senzu, Aurora. They're moving in, they're picking up steam. Wakadia trying to take space away. The only man that's unaccounted for right now is Senzu. They've heard that AWP fire off, they know he's here, and they'll wrap onto him. Wakadia coming alive, silenced. Mizinho and 9-10. 2 versus 4 turns 2v2 in the blink of an eye, and they send Mizinho into main, but he can't survive the journey. 9-10 swung on, as Jota rising to the occasion with 4.
Nade Molly stops this play. That was Aurora about to explode and try and win the round immediately. And it would have worked if not for the util. No support for Mizzino. That remains to be the case. Woxic fires off the AWP and finds a result.
Yeah, last few rounds, Blitz giving away these openers. And it's in these slower rounds that Aurora have found their most comfort. Now this 5v4. Eyes set on the B play. Strong position, a split in. And the Mongols so far away from being able to stack this side of the map, it might be coming down to another one of these retakes.
Grenades, they're out already. Xantares beats that Molotov, but won't beat Senzu.
Wait,
the bomb's
are
going
Aurora
back.
overcooking? Sure, they're dodging the stack, but they leave Maja to fight alone down in dark. These footsteps are heard. Right now, the Mongols know that this is a last-second change of heart.
They can still win this, though. It's only Mizzino in A, and, you know, he's
just
got
reblocked
nothing.
main.
Okay.
Oh, no. 20 seconds left, and he's only just used his smoke.
Gotta go.
He held on to all that util to throw it in right at the bitter end. And now Aurora have no choice but to try and play through, and they play right into his hands. Wakadia doesn't have the time. And so 1 round on this CT half for the Mongols. That's all they have to play with.
Oh,
That is a hell of a catch for Woxic.
he's back.
Senzu on the attempt to jump across.
It's got a bit of cover, but they're playing towards the CT side of things. Aurora not overcommitting to these fights.
That's a meaty nade out of Xantares. He hears them splitting through camera. Woxic fell first. This 3-man stack's getting dismantled. Wakadia buys some much-needed time, keeping the pressure on as best he can. But these rotates are still a long way away. 1 might not be enough for Wakadia. Up on this angle. Every swing is fraught with peril. So they'll wait for the smokes to fade. They'll lend time to these players on the extremity, but Wakadia's death was only ever a matter of time.
Nice.
Maja able to pick up that kill on Blitz. In doing so, gives up his position. He waits for this flash from Jota. Better be a damn good flash. It doesn't get Mizzino off the line. A 9-10, a huge hat trick. He's been quiet all game long.
Maybe his most heroic round yet, and what a time for it to come through in a post plant on the A-bomb site to match this scoreline up 14 apiece. And again, it's despite Woxic's 5v4. Oh, disaster.
You cannot afford to let this get away from you, or else no round will feel safe, and you're the ones staring down the barrel of a 3rd map.
Yeah, just to think 2 rounds and you laugh it all off. You forget about the mistakes. But right now, pressure put on Woxic again. So reliable in this position. Puts on 2 more and finds Aurora that sacred match point. It's the next that's eluded them time after time. They cannot afford to fail now.
A vintage Woxic performance, rolling back the years. It's with Maja also fragging out. He's fell off a little bit in terms of his individual output, but not in this map. Wakadia multi-kill rounds, and even Xantares starting to find these openings again. This is the best Aurora have looked in a playoff game, and so this is where they have to take it. Wild move for 9-10 to open. And it's thrust that bomb at the feet of the captain. Maja can feel it. They've finally done it. That nightmare, these stage game blues, pushed aside. That dark cloud that hung over Aurora breaks away and gives sight to the beauty that is the Aurora. Into the semis they go. Woxic looking lights out to take them there.